Shalom, shalom. Y'all let me know how it sound, how it's coming in, if it's coming in clear or not. You know, Baba was shy. Let me know how it sound. We'll get into it. Everything good. Con. Let me know if it start chopping up or anything. You know, I should have a good connection. But yeah, if it's good, we'll go with it. All right. First and foremost, you know, this is quick impromptu. You know, just watching the news. You know, just hey, 2024, baby. You know. So first and foremost, I'm gonna give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Kakwadash. Double honors unto the apostles and the elders of GMS, whom rule well, teach well, being great examples towards younger brothers. And peace and blessing salutations. Hopefully, they got there pushing His word and truth and in sincerity across the four winds in the name of Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, pushing to get up out of here. Shalom to the hopeful elect, the believers, the listeners whom have came back to the obedience of the scriptures through faith in Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. You know, and yeah, man, just then 3 hours ago, all right, US, all right, America, all right, has just did a strike, all right, on the Houthi rebels. Now we're gonna speak about the significance of this and how it shows that America is losing power. Okay, and prophecy is speaking. Okay, the fact, all right, that America has to do a military response to the Houthi rebels. Okay, it's like the Lakers, okay, going to play a little league basketball team. You know, the fact that the Houthi rebels are able to get a response out of America, all right, shows you that prophecies are reigning supreme. Okay, so let's get straight to the prophecy. Then we'll play the video. You know, ABC News just went live, and they covered it. You know, and they pretty much break down, you know, the whole narrative of what's been going on, you know, with those Houthi rebels over there in the Red Sea. Matter of fact, let me try to pull up a map as well. Let's get a map up here. All right. Map of Yemen. So you find us a good map. Yep, that'll do. Okay, so let's read this prophecy, then we'll go on the video, and then we'll, you know, break down the geography of Yemen, all right, those Houthi rebels and the significance that they play, all right, in this stage of war. All right, now this is Jeremiah 49:14. It says, I have heard a rumor from the Lord Yahweh Bashem Al Shai, and the ambassador is sent unto the heathen, saying, gather ye together and come against her and rise up to the battle. And that's the spirit that's in the earth. You know, the Lord, as the scriptures say. Real quick, let's get that in Isaiah 13. We'll come back to that Jeremiah. All right, this is Isaiah 13. Okay. All right. And I started verse 3. It says, I have commanded my sanctified ones. I have also called my mighty ones for my anger, even them that rejoice in my highness. All right, because you have the prophets, okay, that the Lord has ordained, okay, to speak these things into existence, okay, to speak the Lord's word, all right, prophesy about what the Lord is going to do until these things begin to happen, all right, and the angels play on the minds, okay, of, all right, the kings, okay, they're dispatched from the heavens to play on the minds of the kings to get these leaders, these rulers, okay, of these nations to play out prophecy, man, okay, and the major prophecy concerning these nations is this third world war. All right. It said the noise of a multitude in the mountains, like as of a great people, a tumultuous noise of the kingdoms of nations gathered together. Now, these are the missiles that are eventually going to come here. All right. Well, we're seeing the buildup to the war that's going to lead to missiles being shot and America being destroyed. See, America is being pulled into this war for its own destruction. Okay, this is what we're witnessing, man. Okay, and it says, the Lord of hosts mustereth, all right, the Lord of hosts mustereth the host of the battle. Okay, so you go into the word mustereth, all right, because it's the Lord that's making these moves. It's quiet, okay, all right. It says to attend to muster, to number, all right, to visit, to be visited upon, to watch over, to set over, to make overseer. So it's the Lord, all right, and ultimately Yahweh Shai is overseeing this, man. Okay, this process of this war formulating, all right, these conflicts between these nations that's going to formulate to all out war and America being destroyed. Okay, and it describes those missiles like a great people. Okay, and you read in NLT, it says, hear the noise of the mountains, listen as the vast armies march. And that's gonna be those nuclear missiles from all these other nations, man. Okay, they're gonna march to America like a vast army. It is the noise of shouting, because those missiles gonna be loud as hell, man. Hypersonic missiles coming. All right, all those hypersonic missiles coming to this place, at the same time. Okay, it says the noise of shouting of many nations. All right, and it's going to be the voice, because nations usually send, their ambassadors to speak on their behalf. Well, these nations are eventually going to send missiles to speak on their behalf. That's going to be the voice of these nations, these missiles, man. Okay, these ICBMs, man. Okay, it says the Lord of Heaven's army has called this army together. Okay, so this is what we're seeing. So you go to Jeremiah, because that's going to be the result of what the Lord is doing now. Okay, that's going to be the outcome of it. All right, remember that we want to facilitate someone, who produces an outcome. Okay, and how about Shema Shai is going to produce an outcome, all right, of all out war. Okay, and it's going to eventually go nuclear. But right now, we're just monitoring the conflicts that's going to lead up to that. Now, this is Jeremiah 49 and 14. It says, I have heard a rumor from the Lord, and an ambassador sent unto the heathen, saying, gather ye together and come up against her and rise up to the battle. Okay, you read this in the NLT. I have heard a message from the Lord that an ambassador was sent to the nations to say, form a coalition against Edom and prepare for battle. You see, this is the downfall of Edom, the destruction of Edom. Okay? The Lord has no intent on saving no damn Edomites, man, just to address that madness, man. Nah, man. Or any of these heathen nations, man. But the Lord, all right, has destruction and slavery, okay, prepared for Esau, man. Okay? Verse 15, for lo, I will make thee small among the heathen and despise among men. And you go into this word small, okay, in the Hebrew, this is what's happening in real time. It says, I will, let me see. Yep, small, which is Cortan. All right, young, small, insignificant, unimportant. Okay, and the fact that America has to stoop down to the level of doing airstrikes on the Houthi rebels. See, it was a time where you had, nations Japan and different nations, Korea. You had nations that wouldn't dare, okay, provoke America, all right, militarily. You got sovereign nations that wouldn't dare, provoke America militarily. But now you have, okay, Houthi rebels, which is just a militant group. Okay, but guess what? They got weaponry from Iran and Russia. Okay, you see the playing fields are being made even for the downfall of Babylon. Okay, and America is greatly despised among men. All right, and now these nations are beginning to act out. Now we're seeing great rebellion in Esau's kingdom. Okay, on every level, you know, and the prophets. All right, the Lord put the spirit on the prophets to spearhead. Okay, what we see happening, man. All right, in the spirit. All right, as the prophets have been waging the spiritual war, now we're seeing it play out in the physical, man. Okay, as prophecy said it would. Okay, but there's a rebellion against this man's philosophy. There's a rebellion against this man's economy. There's a rebellion against okay this man's military. Okay, philosophy. The way that his military pretty much enforces okay the earth. You know, we're seeing a rebellion against these things, man. Verse 16 said, thy terribleness have deceived thee, and the pride of thine heart, O thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rock, that holdest the hill, the height of the hill, though thou shouldest make thy nest as high as the eagle, I will bring thee down from thence. From thence, said the Lord Yahweh Bashem Shai. And we're seeing the process of this devil being brought down. All right, even though its technology has reached, okay, to the heavens, okay, even though its technology has reached to the heavens, okay, the atmosphere, the Lord's going to bring this man to nothing. And we're seeing the process of that. So we're going to get back in this chapter. All right, we're going to hold there. I want to play this, and kind of explain what's going on over there in that region. Lord will, this is informative, and edifying. Okay, so let's get this video here. And I think they still live, but I pushed it back, to the part, we gonna cover. Okay.
ABC News Live Prime. Thanks so much for streaming with us. We begin with breaking news. The U.S. military, along with the British military, has launched retaliatory strikes against multiple Houthi targets in Yemen. This follows months of attacks on commercial shipping in the Red Sea. In just the past 24 hours, American and British forces have repelled the largest attack yet, intercepting a barrage of 18 drones and 3 missiles. The militants say their attacks are in response to Israel's war on Hamas. You may remember one of the Houthis' most brazen attacks was back in November, hijacking this cargo ship co-owned by an Israeli businessman. That ship is still being held by rebels. And tonight, U.S. Tomahawk missiles and fighter jets are taking aim at the Iran-backed Houthi bases inside Yemen. Let's get right to ABC's Mary Bruce at the White House with this late-breaking news. Tonight, U.S. and British forces unleashing a massive retaliatory strike on Houthi rebels in Yemen after months of costly attacks on commercial shipping in the Red Sea. A U.S. official confirming the strikes hit multiple Houthi targets in Yemen and involved a mix of Tomahawk cruise missiles and fighter jets. Just 24 hours ago, the White House warned the Houthis could bear the consequences if they don't stop attacks on commercial shipping in the Red Sea. Tonight, doubling down.
I'm not going to telegraph punches one way or another here. We're going to do what we have to do to counter and defeat these threats that the Houthis keep throwing up on commercial shipping in the Red Sea.
In London tonight, British Prime Minister Rishi Sunak convening an urgent meeting with his cabinet discussing possible retaliatory measures. Since mid-November, the Houthis have launched at least 27 attacks, claiming it's in retaliation for Israel's war against Hamas, disrupting one of the most vital shipping routes in the world. 15% of world commerce passes through the Red Sea. Major shipping companies forced to sail around Africa to avoid the violence. The latest attack coming overnight, the Houthis firing a ballistic missile towards a commercial ship in the region, just hours after American and British forces repelled the rebels' largest attack yet, intercepting a barrage of 21 Houthi drones and missiles. One of the Houthis' most brazen attacks coming in November when terrorists hijacked a cargo ship co-owned by an Israeli businessman, landing a helicopter on its deck in the Red Sea. The ship and its 25-man crew still being held by the rebels. Tonight, a Houthi leader warning any U.S. attack will not go without a response. Some ominous words there. Our thanks to Mary Bruce. Our senior White House correspondent Selena Wang joins us now from Washington.
So what you have, all right, those Houthi rebels, All right. They Iranian back. All right, and Iran is backed by Russia. And see, Iran, people sleep on, Iran's ability to, all right, to manufacture weapons. Iran, has just manufactured drones, used by Russia. Russia is buying, drones from Iran. Okay. So Iran, is becoming, respected, is highly reverenced, when it comes to their drone manufacturing. Okay. So these Houthi rebels, they have these drones and these missiles. These are not low grade weapons, that America, is used to just, because America, of course, they can just unleash, and blow Yemen off the map. Okay. But what does that, you have to understand, if they do something like that, all right, that's gonna cause major retaliation, okay, from Iran and Hezbollah. Okay. So what we're seeing with America, they're doing strikes, okay, but it's limited, because this is how war works. If you shoot, okay, if you shoot 19 missiles, okay, I'm gonna respond, with the same thing, 19, 20, give or take. So how you respond is how I respond. And that's how war escalates. So what we're seeing is America doing limited, strikes, in Yemen. But the fact that America itself has to do airstrikes on Yemen shows you the loss of respect, okay, for the American military, man. Okay, this is something that will be completely unthinkable, all right, a decade ago, 2 decades ago, okay? But the Lord has it happening, man, because the Lord has a spirit on these nations, man. Okay? So, when you go into, all right, the Houthi rebels, they're based out of Yemen, all right? So you see the Red Sea. So what you have, all right, is Saudi Arabia, and you have the Egypt. Okay, let me see if I can get another map that show. Okay, here we go. All right, so the Red Sea, you have Yemen down here in the red. Okay, and then you have, all right, Egypt. Okay, Ethiopia. All right, and those African nations, and you have goods that come through the Red Sea and come through this strait. All right, and they go out, okay, into the Arabian Sea, and they go to wherever their destination is for trade. Okay, so pretty much these Houthi rebels have created a choke point for these Israeli ships that's going, for ships going to Israel and ships coming from Israel. All right, you have the Houthi rebels pretty much harassing all these ships, and it's a lot of trade that go through there, to the point that these nations are going all the way around Africa, okay, which is causing way more money and causing and is taking way more time. So these Houthi rebels are causing, a interruption, man. Okay, to the point that America had to directly respond. America and the UK. Okay, so this is what's happening. Okay, real time. All right, and America just because they reported this like 4 hours ago. And I think Saudi Arabia is, let's see what time it is over there. All right, see time. Yep. So it already know. Nigga listen. All right, so the time in Yemen is 7:29 a.m. So they did those strikes about 4 hours ago. It was about 3:30 in the morning. Okay, when they did those strikes, three, give or take. You see, so they happened, early morning in Yemen. okay, which is evening for us, late evening, early night for us, okay. So that's the role. That's what the Houthi rebels are at, geologically, and they play a significant role because they are able to create a choke point of those cargo vessels, those commercial vessels coming in and out the Red Sea. Okay. So let's go back. Let it play some more.
Washington, D.C. Selena, what are you learning tonight?
Well, Lindsay, we've learned that those U.S. retaliatory strikes, they have hit multiple Houthi targets. We're also learning that the U.K. is also using some of its assets to also conduct these strikes. And the U.S. official said that their strikes involve a mix of Tomahawk cruise missiles and fighter jets. Now, this follows a steady stream of escalation from the U.S. in terms of their strong tone saying they will not accept these attacks and that if they do not stop targeting these commercial ships in the Red Sea, well, they will bear the consequences. Earlier today, Lindsay, I was talking to the national security spokesperson at the White House saying, how far will the United States go? John Kirby telling me that the U.S. will do what it needs to do to deter and defeat the threats coming from the Houthis. And just earlier this week, the Houthis launched a major attack, and the U.S. and British navies shooting down more than 20 missiles and drones, trying to deter that. The U.S. had also created a coalition with other countries, released a statement as well condemning and warning. So there's been a steady drumbeat leading up to this. We knew the U.S. was going to respond in some way, and now we're seeing that response.
And put this into context for us. Why are these strikes in the Red Sea such a big deal?
Well, look, the Red Sea is an incredibly important waterway. About 15% of commercial shipping passes through there, and we're already seeing some major disruptions. And the U.S. has laid that these attacks, they not only threaten lives, they also threaten the global economy. And we've already seen how it's threatened global shipping. So that helps to lay the stakes of why this was such a big deal.
All right, Selena Wang from Washington. President Biden released a statement about those strikes, saying in part, these targeted strikes are a clear message that the United States and our partners will not tolerate attacks on our personnel or allow hostile actors to imperil freedom of navigation in one of the world's most critical commercial routes. I will not hesitate to direct further measures to protect our people and the free flow of international commerce as necessary. In New York City today, closing arguments in the $370 million financial fraud.
Yeah, so that's the segment, dealing with that. All right. And prophecy is happening, and it's day was day 11, okay, going on day 12 of 2024, and it's just breaking news after breaking news. Okay. And any day anything can happen, man. That's where we at with it. Any day anything can happen. Okay. When it comes to prophecy, man. Now, let's finish this in Jeremiah. This Jeremiah 49:17 says, also Edom shall be a desolation. Everyone that goeth by it shall be astonished and shall hiss at all the plagues thereof. Okay, was America going to be completely destroyed? As in the overthrow of Sodom and Gomorrah and the neighbor cities thereof, saith the Lord, no man shall abide there, neither shall the Son of Man dwell in it. So this is going to be the outcome of these conflicts that we see. Okay, America is going to be judged just as Sodom and Gomorrah. Okay, and America, all right, is all over the earth, a conflict with all these different nations, and it's going to lead to these nations, the Lord putting the spirit on these nations to just destroy America, man. Okay, the same judgment of Sodom and Gomorrah with fire. Okay, and we seen the glimpse of that fire of the with Jake, in that Tesla, man. All right, the Lord gonna do a whole country like that, man. So much hotter, okay, much more intense. It's a fearful thing to fall into the hands of a living power, man. Okay, so I want to jump down to 20 on Jeremiah 49:20. It said, therefore hear the counsel of the Lord that he have taken against Edom. See, that when we go into these prophecies, we're going into the Lord's counsel. Okay, and his judgment, all right, concerning the earth, man. All right, especially dealing with Esau, Edom, and his wicked rulership. It says, and his purposes that he have purpose against the inhabitants of Teman. Surely the least of the flock shall draw them out. Surely he shall make their habitation desolate with them. The earth is moved at the noise of their fall. At the cry, the noise thereof was heard in the Red Sea. Okay? So these small hats are pulling America into this war. Okay? And the Lord is going to judge America. All right? And it said the earth is going to be moved at the noise of their fall, man. So the fall of Esau's empire, beginning with the complete destruction of America, the earth is going to be moved. Okay? But we're seeing the buildup. All right? We're watching, you're monitoring, and we're seeing that buildup, and it's going to eventually get to this point. Okay? So that was the point. I didn't want to make it super long. Just wanted to address that news, that I've seen. All right, the latest development with the war. I pray that it was edifying. I prayed that it was informative. All right, we're gonna continue to watch these things. And we're watching the downfall of Esau, Edom, and his wicked empire, man. Okay, so Lord willing, you was edified. Till next time I say Shalom, Kwam Yashala, Abba, DTA soon, Shalom.